Hello, everyone out there in podcast world. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You are listening to or watching the Service Business Mastery podcast. I am one of your hosts, Tersh Blissett, and I'm not sitting virtually next to my co-host, Josh, but Joshua Crouch is my co-host, and he's going to be so disappointed that he misses having the conversation with the world famous
Always.
McKee.
I feel like he always misses it. It's on purpose.
Yeah, he doesn't want to talk to you. No, I'm
Exactly.
kidding. So, for those of you who do not know Jen McKee, this is Jen McKee. She's on our show today,
Hello.
and great friend of ours. And her and her wonderful husband, we see each other and hang out all the time at expo events. And if you go to expo events that are in the trades or related to the trades, you're probably going to run into Jen and Jason. So
Yeah. We're hard to miss.
They always got something flashy, flashy outfits, and I love them. I am most of the times jealous of what you're wearing. So,
I feel like, my husband gets, what is the word? People think that he's you sometimes because he wears suits, but I've never seen you wear suits that are the same color as what Jason's wearing.
Nope.
So
He is got some suits. Like he'll have that bright purple or bright purple, dark, deep purple, but it stands out, and it's on brand, which is amazing. Like y'all, every time I see y'all at events, you're always on brand, and I know that's on purpose. It's not by mistake.
yeah.
But for those who do not know who you are, can you give an introduction of yourself and what you're doing, and make sure you mention your podcast too?
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here. I'm Jen McKee. I am the founder of Key Heart Marketing. So we specialize in social media for home services. We do typically wear really bright stuff out and sequins and sparkly things. And the goal of that is because if people don't know who you are, then they can't work with you. That's our first lesson with social media and marketing. I also host a podcast called the Key to Growth Podcast, which is produced by Tersh's team.
Not Tersh's team.
Tersh's team, Service
Skill Trade
Syndicate. So many S's. And I am also the founder of the Growth Experience Conference, which is coming up this spring, March 30th through April 1st in San Antonio, Texas.
So what were those dates again?
March 30th through April 1st.
March 30th.
Put it in your calendar right now.
Yep. I'm one of those people that, like, I rarely ever go back and read my notes, but if I don't write them down, I'll never remember them. Does that make sense?
Yes. Actually, there's I think there's some neuroscience behind that, but that's why when you're, and this is kind of a different topic, but when you're when you write down gratitude, or when you write down the things that are really bothering you, like something's just churning in your head. If you get it out of your head, there's just something about writing things down that actually solidifies it more. And then for me, also helps get things out of my head, because otherwise you're just thinking there's too much thoughts. You got to get them out.
Yeah. For years and years and years now, I've had these notebooks beside my desk or beside my bed on my nightstand. And I say probably for about 10 years, and I still have the same notebook because I never write anything down in them.
That's funny. You always get those really good thoughts before you fall asleep, or when you're in the shower.
Yeah.
What I start doing is I slack them to myself, but I also just don't give enough details. It's so bad now that I have this whole team, and people sometimes we're reading notes, and these are to-dos in our level 10 meetings. And I'm like, I just don't even know what that meant. I don't know what that was.
I laugh so hard because I've done the exact same thing so many times. I'll go back and look at something the next day, and I'm like, what was I talking about?
Yeah, literal, there's no context, and I'm like, I can't even begin to I have no idea, not even a sliver of an idea of what I was thinking.
Oh, let me reach this thing. Okay, so this is not a plug for this product. I don't have any kind of affiliation with this product at all, but it's called the Bee, and this is actually not even opened. I love this product so much that I bought 5 of them, and they're just sitting on my desk to give away to people, because it's a wristband like so, and it's just a recorder in there, and it will add notes and tasks to your calendar. So
that's awesome.
While you're talking all day, and it geotags where your conversation's having. So you leave it on all day long. and it just listens to your conversation and then says, hey, do you want to add this mess or this task to your calendar for tomorrow? Like I literally have one this morning that's like, hey, follow up with so and so about this automation. And it's because I was talking, I was thinking about it, and I said, you know what, let me say it out loud. And so I started talking to myself, which is kind of weird sometimes. If you ever see me talking to myself, just know I'm having a company meeting.
Yeah. But it's also, you're talking to your robots, which is
Yeah.
kind of a whole different thing.
It is. It's weird because you have to add more context because it'll try and fill in the blanks otherwise. And so, yeah, it'll come back later at the end of the day with a list of things that, like, do you want to create an email, and it'll create a full email for you based on
That's awesome.
what you're saying, or do you want to create a new task inside of your Google Calendar? And it's really awesome. Like I for those who listen and regularly to the show and to the podcast, they know that I have a ton of gadgets. I have a ton of automation gadgets and AI tools like the Plods, these devices here for recording notes and stuff. This, I will say, the Plod device is much better at creating a detailed outline of the conversation after the fact, but you don't leave it on all day. And then there's this other device here that would be really cool, Jen. I don't even think I've ever talked to you about this. It's just ugly as homemade sin. And that's this thing here.
Is it a camera?
It's a camera, and it's a device that you would wear. So like if I'm going on service calls or anything, I'll wear it on me, and it will take short bursts throughout the day and then compile those together to make you can make a social media video.
Yeah, that sounds really cool, actually. Like your whole, although my day is a lot of just sitting at the computer.
I have it sitting right there looking at me, and it'll do 10-second burst every minute. And then it'll compile the things that you're doing, and then it'll make a montage of like over the month, like this is, and then there's times where it's like got 3 hours of recording where there's nobody sitting in my chair.
Oh no.
Like whoops, my bad. But yeah, but on a service call, it's really cool because it like does a montage of like the different things we did on the service call and stuff like that. And then it sends it to you.
You should send me that link. Maybe our clients can try it. That sounds really cool.
I will. I just wish it was smaller and didn't look like a starburst hanging out on my shirt. But what I really want to talk to you about is the conference that you have coming up. We're going to talk growth in general, but the putting on a conference is a lot. And,
yeah, no kidding. Honestly, I was inspired by you guys.
Yeah.
By the TAP conference. Yeah. I was like, if they can do it. No, I'm just kidding. But really, I was inspired by the like the size of it, the whole flow of it, like for sure. That was where I was like, this is what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be like this conference. Because I really love that. It was like intimate. There were you like were able to talk to every person that was in the room. The content and the sponsors were all like very intentional. And so I'm not joking. I really was inspired by that whole thing.
Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad I put a lot of work on your plate.
So, no kidding. I know. Like, it'll be fine. It's like every corner I'm like, oh my God, that's just like something else so small that you don't even think about that is an actual thing that is important.
I think one of the most important things to me, well, I don't think this, I know that one of the most important things to me and Josh both, and Julie, for those who did not attend the event, Julie and Carol and Nadine, they did a lot of this, like 99.999% of the work on the back end. They did it, and it wouldn't have been possible without them. But one of the things that I really emphasized to them was that, like, if we have a presenter, it's not a sales presentation. Like, I cannot stand going to a conference where I have to pay what I feel like is a significant amount of money and then go sit and listen to people sell to me. And I'm like, you should have paid me to come to this conference. It's like going to
well, those people did likely pay.
Oh,
also
yeah.
to
Yeah, yeah.
get your ears. So then there's just like a broker in between that's like, I'll sell you all these eyeballs, all
Yes.
these listeners. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So, oh, I just got a cramp. Oh
Oh no.
my gosh. Oh, anyways, yeah, so, like, that's one of the things that I love, and I know that your conference is aimed the exact same way, and
Yeah.
I know that, based on your personality too, and but you're talking a lot profits, people, and presence, and,
Mhm.
for everybody that's going, uh, I don't have my tickets yet because I'm a slacker and I haven't paid for it yet, but I am getting a ticket, and I will be there.
Yay. We can't
So,
wait.
um I just wanna know what presents I'm getting.
I know. Okay, so the you're getting my presents there. Um, so the whole conference is around profits, people, and presence. So all of our content, all of our sponsors will support you and your business in those three pillars. Our keynote is a well-known author who we're actually announcing tomorrow. So anyone that's watching this live, if you're following me on Facebook, we're going to announce it tomorrow. We've like dropped some hints. I don't know if you've seen them.
What's a hint?
Um,
What's one hint?
well, they're on my Facebook. You can go look at them and see if you can guess who this person is. I'm super excited about it. We also have a VIP experience where our two leaders are going to be basically breaking down who you think you are, moving you into who you actually want to be, and then applying that to your personal and professional life. And this like offsite VIP experience, it's going to be really incredible. And all of our VIP goers will get to do a Q&A and like photo opportunity with this keynote too, which is going to be super cool. I hope I can break
Oh
away for it.
my gosh, I've
I'm
been
like, do I get to come?
I know. I will tell you, as someone who put on the event for the first time themselves, there's a lot to do in the background. Like, I
Yeah.
was running around. I wanted to
I
talk to
know.
every
I'm like,
single
we need
person.
somebody doing this. I'm lucky. I have someone else that lives locally to me. We're doing the conference local. Someone on my team is local. She's our COO. She's our director of client experience. She's also on our sales and marketing team. She does all the things. And she's like, Jen, I'm going to be like running around. I'm like, no, we need to find someone else who's going to be running around because I need you to be doing things that are like higher level than running around during this conference. I mean, yes, we're
Truthfully,
going to be running around, but someone else needs the responsibility of running around so that it's not falling onto us.
yeah. I mean, you're 100% correct though, because, um, I felt so bad because I wanted to talk to, like, every single attendee because, I mean, if you signed up, I seen your name, I seen your contact information, like, it came across my desk, I put it into an Excel spreadsheet.
Right.
So, like, I know your background, and
It's
I
not like this isn't like Pantheon. It's like, thank you
right,
so much for coming to my event. You're like basically coming to my party. Like you're
yeah, absolutely, and I
so
wanna be the best host, and I wanna hang out with you, I wanna talk
yeah.
to you, I wanna catch up with you, but it's like, "Oh, the elevator doesn't work in the hotel. Can you figure that?" I'm like, "What?"
How is
Little
that your
things like that.
problem?
I know, but it becomes my problem, and so, yeah, I
I forgot that that happened, and then every time there was, like, so good thing I forgot that that happened, so it wasn't a big deal, but we were, like, going into the service elevator in the laundry room to
yes.
try to find an elevator that would work, and we ended up in there, like, with the bartender. He had an entire cart of liquor with him because the elevator wasn't working. I forgot that that happened. That was crazy.
It did, and I was on, like, the 7th floor or something, but my kids and my mom came in to hang out with us, and they were on, like, the 18th floor or something
Oh,
crazy,
no.
or
They were just
13th
stuck
floor.
up there constantly.
Well, they had to walk the stairs one day, and I was like, "Oh, that's terrible. You need to exercise anyways." But
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
yeah,
that's crazy. Well,
okay, so before we get too far into talking about growth and whatnot, I do want to make sure that, we don't miss opportunity. Where can people sign up for the event?
okay, so the growth experience is the growth-experience.com. Oh, I see Everett. He's saying hi. I don't know where these comments are coming from, if they're mine or yours, but I'm excited. I linked it to my
Great.
but thanks for joining us, Everett. So the growth-experience.com. We have tickets on sale right now for our VIP and our general admission. I didn't even like the other thing that's really cool about the content. So the content has been so important to me in this event. It's actually a much harder thing than I thought that was going to be too, but hey, whatever,
Right.
you learn as you go. So,
You grow.
uh, yeah, you grow as you go. But it's important to me that we have people who are sharing from what they've learned, what they know, because I think that the way that I've always grown and learned is by finding people who have done it before and asking them what they did. Like there's so much leverage in other people's experience. And so we're going to have a couple of different panels, one around sales, one around marketing, one around operations, to really just bring in people who are like awesome at this thing, awesome at marketing, awesome at sales. And I own a marketing company. All of my friends are marketers, and I'm purposely finding contractors who have done their own marketing to ask them what they're doing. Not because I don't love my friends and I don't think they're incredible, but because you can get more of an opinion that you can trust from people who were in the field and have done the thing, I guess, you know?
Well, yeah,
So
100%.
that's what the content is gonna be. Like I said, we have an incredible keynote. Gosh, I can't wait to share that tomorrow.
You're
And
just
then
chomping at the bit. That's just
I know because it's so good. I should have told you before, but it's probably better that I didn't because now you
'cause I would have
now
said it already. Oh, that's
oh
so
no.
smart.
And we're live. We would have had to delete
Right.
it, go back and edit it. This is
Uh,
like this live TV where they give us like a 2-second thing delay. No, probably
hey
not.
mom, hey mom. What's up? Yeah.
Anyways, okay. So yeah, so the growth-experience.com. I also said earlier, like, be sure that you're following me on Facebook or we're friends on Facebook. I'm friends. I want to be friends on Facebook. And that's where I'm sharing like a ton of up-to-date stuff too. So,
What happens if I think I heard a puppy.
I know he just got into something bad. I kind of need to tell Jason to come get him.
Oh, that's hilarious. What happens if we don't have Facebook though? Like
What? We're on Facebook right now. Yeah. So, I mean,
like
you don't have
there are people who don't like
yeah, who just
literally
listen to podcasts, they're not
well,
on
they don't spend a
Facebook.
lot of time on Facebook. Like
Right.
if for those of you who are, I'm kind of letting the cat out of the bag per se a little bit here. For those who follow and engage with me on Facebook, I want
Wait,
first
I don't feel
off,
like you should say this. I think that this is wherever
I,
you're going with this, I don't trust it.
yeah, I don't trust either. I want to say thank you, and I love the fact that you follow and engage with me. But sometimes it's not me.
Well,
So
like your automation robot that tells dad jokes.
yeah, perfect example of it.
Yeah.
So if I do not respond to you, if you make a comment on that post, please do not take offense to that because that is a 100% an automation that I built out to annoy Josh.
Yeah.
And it's great because it
With
does
such
annoy Josh.
simple purpose, just to annoy Josh.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I was reaching out to one of my friends from the women in HVACR. And, you know, with women in HVACR, there's a lot of women who work on the distribution side or the supplier side, like not on like the contractor marketing side. And I message everyone on Facebook. That's how I like reach out to people is I
That's
just
how
message
we
them on
talk every
Facebook.
time we talk.
Well, that and Slack. I think it's funny.
Yeah.
You're someone I like reach out to in multiple places. Like Ryan Redding, I'll have like 3 conversations going on with him at the same time on different like one of them's in text, one of them's over here, and I'm like, this is so messy. But anyway, she was like, Jen, why are you messaging me on Facebook? I'm like, I literally spend my whole day there. That's like what I do. That's how I communicate with people. That's the thing. But I recognize that not everyone does that. So if you're not on Facebook, you can go to my Instagram. I'm just kidding. The growth-experience.com is where you can find out more about the conference.
All right, cool. That's awesome. I do not spend any time on Facebook at all, or hardly at all, unless I get a notification, and it's 100% Facebook's fault. Uh, what was that
All the
comment that
ads.
just popped up? I didn't even see it. Oh, Everett. Uh,
Is this even you? No, this is your AI,
You don't even
the
know it.
AI you.
This is my avatar popping up here talking. So I will 100% blame Meta for the reason I don't spend time on Facebook, because I spend a lot of time on TikTok. Um,
Yeah. Oh, like
it,
the algorithm.
the
The algorithm's
algorithm
better.
and the notifications that, like, if I get one notification, I get 30,000 notifications a day that I don't want to see.
No, I
And
turn off all my notifications.
I
That's
just,
what you do.
well,
You should not have any. You don't need them. Just turn them all off.
I try my best. Like, I don't want to be notified that somebody just changed the background of a group. Like,
I
I
know.
don't want to know that. I could care less. Don't send me a notification for that. Anyways, like, that's the end of my rant.
That
But
happens to Jason too. Like he'll get his phone's like ding ding, and I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "Oh, so and so just posted in a group." I'm like, "That is horrible. Like turn that off. That's unnecessary
but
information."
there's not an easy way to just go in and turn them all off. Like,
You do it from your phone settings.
well,
Like
I
you just
have
turn
that now.
all notifications
Yeah,
off.
my phone notifications are all turned off. So, but
You just mean when you log in, it's like
yeah, when I
yeah,
log in, it's like 99 plus notifications. I was like, I was just
yeah.
on yesterday. And so,
Well, so I have admin access to like 100 Facebook pages. So
oh, it's
the
gotta be
amount of
worth it.
notifications that I get are just that's probably why I have to be on Facebook all day, is just to keep up with the actual notifications that matter so that
I
the
think I have
ones
an
that
anxiety attack thinking
aren't
about that.
my they're not like my business
Oh, yeah.
basically.
Yeah, and those are the ones you can't ignore. So, like,
Well,
I
the
ignore
account
my own.
managers our
Yeah,
account managers take care of all of that.
okay.
So we're good. Luckily, if I had to pay attention to those, that would be very, very hard.
It is. It's so stressful, because you don't wanna miss things, and I'm sure there's great stuff out there, and I just
But the TikTok algorithm is better, which is why Jen McKee says you should be on TikTok.
you should be on TikTok. And TikTok, they do a good, I feel like, okay, this is my opinion, and Jen, you correct me if I'm wrong. TikTok does a lot better job of making sure that your post gets seen. So
Yeah.
then you want to make more posts or make
Correct.
more videos.
But
And
there's a lot of reason behind like there's a lot of like science behind that. And some of it is just the amount of content that's already in Meta. Like they can't, even if they wanted to award us that way. So instead, Meta rewards us by paying us for posting.
yeah,
So that's what they say. And everybody thinks that's so fun, you know? Like how cool is it that I get paid by Facebook every month just because I post content? So that's how they like reward the creator. Whereas TikTok isn't
yeah,
doing
but I get
that, but
paid
they're actually showing
$3.
my content. Yeah, no, it's like nothing. It's like but it's still
It doesn't
fun.
even pay for my blue check mark. Like,
Yeah, right.
or barely does.
It's
But
still something to brag about, you know, and then you realize like, "Oh, everyone's getting paid."
oh, everybody's getting paid. Oh, where's my 1099 at the end of the year? Oh,
I
you don't need
know.
one for
They're
$3
like,
a
"We
month.
didn't give you enough money for that." We cap everyone out at $4.99, but that's
There
it.
you go. Oh man, this has been great, Jen. I do want to talk a little bit about growth in general, though. You've had some really great growth. I know that you, in the grand scheme of things, in grand scheme of life, you haven't been doing what you're doing right now for an extremely long period of time. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah. So, and maybe it's just like why this is what's interesting. So, the podcast that I host is called the Key to Growth podcast, and it's a marketing resource. And then we created the conference and called it the Growth Experience. And although I'm sure part of my brain knew that they both had growth, it
Okay.
wasn't obvious to me. I didn't do that on purpose. I wasn't like, "Oh, the key to growth and then the growth experience." But I think that having a growth mindset is just something that I am always thinking of like how that's how you find success in life is like thinking about what else could be or what more could you do, and then surrounding yourself with resources that actually can help you get to that next level.
Mhm.
And that's really what the purpose of the conference is like surrounding yourself with other people who have that same drive of
Mhm.
not willing to settle, but looking for something new, something different, some new ideas, some new connections, some new something that's going to take them to the next level. And whether it's like profits, people, and presence, those are like the three most important things in your business, you know, like you can bring in sales all day, but if you're not bringing anything to the bottom line, you're literally just like on a hamster wheel that isn't getting you anywhere. You would be better off having less sales with higher profits than pushing your sales with no profit. So figuring out how to like actually create a business that can be an asset. I mean, with so much private equity and whether or not you want to sell in the future, we all should be building a business that is sustainable on its own. Otherwise, it's just a job that you
Yeah.
have to go to, you know? So,
100%.
like the figuring out how to bring money to your bottom line, increase your EBITDA, and actually have a company that's worth something. We should all be striving for that, whether or not you want to sell your company at some point in life.
Yeah.
So that was where that came from. The people part of it, like that's everything. That's the internal operating
Well,
part
not
of your
only that,
business.
so even a little twist on that is like the people at the events, and you mentioned like rubbing
Yeah.
shoulders or elbows with other people who have been there, done that, and there's sometimes at some of the events where I'm like, all right, some of the best times that I had was when I got to talk to somebody. Like, and I'm an extreme introvert. Like,
Yeah.
people don't understand how extreme of an introvert I am, but it's like if I'm talking to you, please feel honored because I don't want to. Like, it,
I don't believe that.
I for 100%, I am not somebody who likes to go out and talk to people. But when I go to an event, like that is almost what the cost of the tickets for is to meet people.
I
And
know.
your net worth is your network is your net worth. So like
Right.
the more you grow that network, and it's not like it cannot be a just a gimme type mindset, but also like mentor mentee relationship. Like
Yeah.
you could mentor other people too who have been where you're at or where you've are where you've been or they're there now. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I meant to say. But the there are some of the events, like even coaching groups where I've gone, and the the coaching group itself was okay. It wasn't amazing, but it was good. It was worth the price of admission. But what really set it off was the people and rubbing elbows with each other and saying, "Oh, I have done this." And I would challenge you, if you attend the event, which I expect everyone listening right now, you'll be there. I
Right.
challenge you to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Like, nobody's perfect in that room. Yeah, you're going to see some $10 million a year companies, some $20 million a year company. Like, you're going to see people who maybe even more than that. Like, they just generate a ton of revenue. Um, but they've made mistakes, and
Mhm.
I challenge you to be vulnerable and say, "Hey, I am I am struggling with X. I just
Mhm.
cannot figure this out. Like, I don't understand why this doesn't work for me, but it seems to work for everyone else." Don't be
Right.
afraid to say that. That's one of the ways that you're going to grow as a contractor, as a person in general. And the I can almost guarantee you, I can pretty much 99% guarantee you that someone else in that room has experienced exactly what you're dealing with. And I know that the first thing you're going to say is like, no, my business is different. We're different. I get it 100%. I've even said it myself, but it's not like
Yeah.
somebody else in that room has experienced it. Be vulnerable and say it out loud, because the worst thing in the world is to sit at a table. And even if you mumble it under your breath, like sometimes I'll be listening in like a little creeper, like, did you say such and such? Like, yeah, actually I did. I was like, sorry for being a weirdo, but I've experienced that too. And
Yeah.
here's what I did. And when I went through it, and looking back, this is what I wish I would have done differently. And I will be on an airplane and having conversations like that. And it's like, did we just become friends? Like,
Right.
yeah, like, quit touching my elbow, but yeah, we're friends now. Like, so like that's one of the things with the people at the event,
Mhm.
and the growth in general. I think that's what I would challenge you if I don't get to talk to you personally. Just know
Yeah.
to do that.
I think you're right. I mean, I love that you took that from the people part because it is definitely about connecting. And I know One other thing I wanted to say when you were talking, it made me think of this, but I think so often people don't feel like they have anything to offer. Like you don't, not only that you don't want to ask questions of people that you don't know, but like no one cares about what I know. Like nobody, and so I have my whole life, I purposely intentionally look for groups of people that are where I want to be so that I can just like learn more from
Well,
them or ask questions, like have somebody to reach out to and ask questions to, which is incredible. And it's great to do that in real life and meet people that maybe you've been in the same Facebook group for years or you've seen them other places and you've never met them. It's great to be able to do that. But also every person listening has something beneficial or it's something that you can share. Like no matter where you're at, even if you are still starting off, like
yeah.
there's things that you know in like little um what is that word? Like genius, areas of genius that you have that
Mhm.
other people would it's incredible. I was in a I went to a it wasn't even an event. Like I was invited to someone's house. But all of the
Speaking of that,
people in the room were like way further than where I am. Like and I'm like, okay, a little bit of imposter syndrome here,
oh yeah,
but
been there, done that.
my like I was still able to share things that were around the things that I know, which is social media and personal branding and how important it is to put yourself out there. Where a lot of these people were like either super intimidated by what I was telling him or like asking me for help with it. And I'm like, okay, cool. I have things that I can share too. Everybody has things that they're good at, things that they wish that they knew more about. And no matter where you are, when you're in the same room as somebody and you're on the same path of like what it is that you're doing there, which is like the growth experience is a place for you to learn and grow in your business and as a person and as a leader. These are other people who want to do that too. Like you should get their phone number. Like you should be friends with them
Yeah,
on Facebook. You should like try to start building a relationship with them.
absolutely. Yeah, there's been times where I inadvertently got into a conversation with somebody that's way further along in life than I was. And that happened to me recently. It's almost the same situation as you described there. And I start asking questions, and then I'm like, I just realized I'm in a different tax bracket here.
Yeah, no kidding.
and then and then I'm like, all right, I don't think I feel like I have anything to offer to y'all. And then we start talking a little bit about AI and some automation and things, and they're like asking me a gazillion questions, and I was like, are y'all just being nice? Because I don't feel like y'all need my information, but they do. They really,
Yeah.
everyone has something to offer just based on life experience in general.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. And then the presents part of it is the part that Tersh was confused about earlier because we won't be giving out Christmas presents, but the whole event itself is a present. But it's more around your
Well, the last
presence.
day of the event is on April Fool's Day, so
Oh,
maybe you
right.
could pop out with surprise. Just kidding. You do the present.
Exactly. Right. But it's about your presence. So Keyword Marketing is a social media company. Your presence, who you are in your community, who you are as a leader, who you are in your market, who you are in the industry, like your presence matters in so many ways, in so many shapes and form. So that's the other pillar is your presence in as a business owner, as a brand, as a person.
So, like, how? So, with things moving over to AI, and I know that this is a hot topic. Um, how important is it for business owners or businesses in general to still do their own stuff, like their social media? Like,
I think
to,
about this all the time.
yeah,
Well, especially because I speak about AI and social media, and I
yeah,
feel like it's like a trick. I'm like, "Don't use too much AI with your social media." But it's because it there there's so many, tools that AI can help you be more efficient, more
yeah,
effective, make it easier. Like, it there's so many things, like, even, like, the simple things that we use, like ChatGPT, like, obviously, everyone's ChatGPT, you know so much about you, you know? So there's, like, so many things that you could use that for, even for content writing. But somebody posted the other day on Facebook, they were like, do you read an email if you know it's written by AI? And like every single person's like, no, because it
Why?
like I don't, because and not like on purpose, but I'm just like, meh. And it's not
Yeah.
even just emails because I'm not even opening my emails, but it's like,
Open them to read them anyways.
yeah, you gotta open them. But it's Facebook content more so. Like when you can tell that
Yeah.
somebody like wrote this whole thing with AI, and it's not like I'm looking at it like, well, this was AI. I don't want to read it. It's like typically it's
Authentic.
not something that I'm interested in reading
Yeah.
because it's like there's no genuine storytelling in it. There's this like weird cadence to it
Yeah.
that we recognize as being like how ChatGPT writes. And
Why
so
why is that? Like, how do we instantly, because I'm the same way. As soon as
yeah.
I see a post, I can immediately tell you that the AI wrote it. And people, there's other people that I've talked to, and they're like, no, that's I I didn't realize that was AI. I'm like, it's obvious it was written by AI. Like, and they're
Well,
like,
the
how
more
is it?
time you spend with it, the more you recognize it.
Oh yeah, they're like, how is it obvious? I was like, I can't tell you how it's obvious. It's
I
just
know. It's
yeah,
the cadence. It's like the structure. It's specifically ChatGPT has a very specific structure that it uses with like the way that it writes things. And the structure to me right now annoys me. But that's just like we all were annoyed by the M dash of ChatGPT. Like there are always going to be things like that with AI. And that's why like it's still so important to have realness in your content,
what?
especially if you're trying to like build relationships
Yeah.
and build visibility.
Well, what about using even like your avatar to create videos, or maybe use your AI avatar to create a podcast?
So, like, okay, most of what people can do right now,
Okay.
just playing around, it looks like AI or computer generated. There is some incredible technology. Like there even I was on a shop tour and their marketing department used AI to create some commercials and the commercials were really good. Like they were running them on TV and they looked really good. That is 100% a possibility. It took a ton of time. Like if you saw the thing about Coca-Cola making those AI commercials and how it took like I
It's
forget what they said,
ridiculous.
like 60,000 prompts or something, and that was
Yeah.
just, like, the prompting side of it, not even the editing and everything. So
And
it's
then it looked
still
terrible still.
it right? Like, the one that I'm talking about looked better than that one. That one looked like Google
Garbage.
VEO3 that you were just, like,
Yes.
continuing to give it the same prompt or
Mhm.
whatever, but, um, and then Sora, like, you can always tell when it's Sora, and it's like,
Yeah.
this is so fake and, like, the most ridiculous, like, idea that somebody came up with. So but when, I was at I don't think you went to Home Service Freedom this year, but,
No, I didn't make it this year.
Kevin O'Leary was there, and he showed us his, avatar that he's been having built in Dubai, and so he went through a huge process where, like, he went over there, they
Oh, yeah.
recorded him, they, like, have all of his, like, the way that he moves, the way that he
Mhm.
talks, like and he said it wasn't that expensive. He said it was, like, $2,000 investment. I'm pretty sure that's what he said, which is crazy. I mean, that doesn't include flying to Dubai and, like,
Right.
doing all this, but, like, what he paid for this. And that avatar looked really good. That was,
Yeah.
like, very, very realistic. I couldn't tell the difference between it and he said what he was figuring out is if his wife could tell the difference. That's how he knew whether or not it was, like, a good one, and his
Ooh.
wife the most recent iteration, his wife couldn't tell the difference. There was, like and so, anyway, so
Okay,
something like
so
that, like
okay, so I sorry to interrupt you. I was at an event in Florida, and we were going to dinner, or we just got finished going to dinner, and I sent I was showing everybody there how Gemini can take a photo and make it into a video. And immediately the wives were in the third row of our car, and they were like, what if somebody made this and they made two people that had just randomly taken a picture together? What if it made them interact as if they were a couple?
right.
And because the video was really realistic, like
Yeah.
you could not, you could, some of them you could tell when they edited it, but other ones you really couldn't tell unless I had told you that it was done by Gemini and
Mhm.
or Nano Banana, whatever it was. Uh, and so I'm thinking, oh man, people are going to start getting in trouble if they
Yeah,
start
there's, like, some
getting their
implications.
avatar. Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's kind of scary. I just that
For
random thought
sure.
popped in my
No,
head.
I know, and that's always been the concern, more so with, like, like,
Yeah.
world leaders, country leaders, and what type of, like, chaos could come to be
Mhm.
if they were put into a video and look like they were telling something that they weren't.
Well, there's yes. I mean, I was gonna say there are laws against it, but if you're
Right.
like really trying to make something bad happen, you don't care about that anyways. But
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure. And so I say it like everything to say, like, there's the tools are getting better. Like, there's no reason not to keep playing with that and trying with that. There's some really cool stuff. Sarah Gerardo shares a she shares a lot of like fun like tools that you can use. One of them is a song creator, which is so fun. My kids love playing with stuff like that too, where you like
Sono,
it like writes a song for you. What did you say?
Sono, Suno.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, like, you can use something like that, which is cool and easy and, like, maybe not the best, but kind of
I
fun.
I gave my daughter my account. Like I put it on her phone, and
Uh-huh.
um, she actually uploaded it. She's a really good storyteller, and she's our only artistic child in the whole family. Like, but she wrote this story that ended up being like in the Georgia Young Authors thing,
Oh, cool.
and so she actually just uploaded that story as the lyrics of this song, and it
Oh,
did
yeah.
a really good song for that, like with those lyrics and stuff. So
Yeah.
it was really cool, and that was like 3 months ago. Yeah, that was like 3 months ago. So I
Yeah.
can imagine how it would be now.
I know. And so there's a lot of, like, cool stuff that you can do. So Everett came in YouTube and said, "There's good data to support customer capture gains with AI. Lots of time being spent on it. Wonder if it's
Sure,
actually results in higher ROAS than standard marketing channels."
that's a great question for Jen. So what's the answer?
Well, I'm honestly a little bit confused by the question.
So the ROI.
Is there good data to support customer capture gains with AI? Well, what I think is really interesting is the ads that ChatGPT is gonna be rolling out, which we knew that this was
Yeah,
gonna happen, and so what is that gonna actually look like? And how much search is actually being used over there that is like, is this worth your time? As far as, like, figuring out I mean, Tersh can attest to this, like, people are looking for people who can create using AI agents, using automations and all of these things, and people are paying really big money for that. So, I think, like, from that standpoint of understanding how to use AI, but if you're talking about it from a marketing standpoint, I think it's still in limbo, but there's also just, like, so much that's constantly changing. Another thing, and I don't know what time this ends, but I think it ends really soon, this conversation between us,
oh yeah,
like,
it does.
in 5 minutes, but another thing that I wanna bring up is something not even super related to AI, but related to search, that all videos are being indexed by Google right now, like, in its own little video area. So, videos from Facebook, from Instagram, from TikTok, from
Okay,
YouTube, and
social media.
so, like, if you're not posting videos as a home service company or wherever your customers are, if you're not posting videos that if your bios aren't filled out, if you're not like geotagging, if you're not using hashtags in your area, if you're not using keywords in your captions, you're missing out on an entire area. And we know that
So
AI
so we
search
do
is
need a
pulling
geotag.
what?
We do need a geotag still.
I would do all of the things because we know
Yeah,
that AI search is pulling from search. Like, we know that Gemini just made a deal with Apple. Like, we know
yeah,
even though ChatGPT pulls from other sources, like, we still know the markers of how things are found.
mhm,
And with Google, like, fully indexing all of these videos from Facebook, from Instagram, not just YouTube, it's
yeah.
important that they can index your videos, and they're pulling from the bio, honestly. So I someone posted the other day,
What do you mean the
they
bio?
like your bio on Facebook or Instagram for your company.
Oh.
So like someone posted the other day, they had this really cute bio, but it didn't say anything about literally what they did. Like
Mm.
HVAC in what city are y'all in? San
What?
Antonio, Texas. Yeah,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Like heating and air conditioning in San Antonio, Texas. It didn't say that. It had like their tagline and like stuff that wouldn't be good searchable information. And
Mhm.
like it needs to be more specific. And then if you can fit
But
in
then it
something,
doesn't look cute on your Instagram.
I know, but these videos are being tagged. And anyone who's listening to this, go to Google and search plumber in your area and go to videos and see if your videos pop up. If you don't have videos, they're not going to pop up. If you're not using keywords, they're not going to pop up. And your competitors, even if they have not as good marketing as you and not as good search results than you, they're coming up higher than you.
That's pretty wild. And that's is that pretty new there? Because I know they were pulling a lot from YouTube.
I know. I can't tell you exactly when this happened. We've
Yeah.
been watching it for the last couple months, but
Okay.
yeah, it was YouTube, and then they started indexing TikTok, but it surprises me how much Facebook and Instagram gets pulled.
But you don't upload a transcription on those platforms though. So that's
No, but they all auto transcribe.
yeah.
I mean, I know it's not like the same, but
Right,
it's
right.
the hashtags, they're pulling hashtags, they're pulling from your bio.
Okay. Wow. That's good to know. Good to know.
I know.
All right. What's the name of the event again?
The Growth Experience. So if you go to thegrowth-experience.com, San Antonio, Texas, March 30th through April 1st.
And
only 70 tickets. Once our keynote gets released, it's gonna go fast.
Go fast. Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna be good.
Absolutely. And now that everybody knows it, I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. That was all we needed. Tersh will be there. Well, actually, we're gonna set up a photo booth with him so that you can take a picture, you can talk to him.
It'll be my avatar.
No, it'll really be him.
Cool. Jen, it's always great to chat with you and hang out. I look forward to seeing you in person in a couple weeks now. And
Me too.
so if anybody has any questions at all, if you have questions, especially about social media marketing, make sure that you reach out to Jen and make sure you follow her podcast, Key to Growth podcast. And with that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful and safe week until we talk again next time. We'll see you later.
Bye.